That is good banter.
Oh, Timmy! Back at it for another week. How are you, mate?
Holy bags of ball bag soup. It is another...
That's your new intro these days.
Is it?
There's always a holy ball bags of something soup.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
So is that my thing?
That's your thing, mate.
That's my thing. That's my catch
Thing.
cry.
Your catch cry. Your
What would your catch cry be?
I don't think I got one really. Anyway.
No, you can't force a catch cry.
You can't force it.
No, it's got to come naturally.
It's like a nickname. You can't force a nickname.
You cannot force a nickname. No, you cannot.
How many nicknames have you had
Oh,
during your career?
a lot, yeah.
Run us through some of them.
Well, Tommy's not really bloody, but I get Tommy a lot.
Tommy?
I get Siegs.
Siegs.
I got Captain Spuger
Captain, obviously, you spewed. Where'd you spew?
everywhere.
Okay.
And
Spuger. Captain Spuger.
Captain
That's-
Spuger.
there's a
And that
bit
sort of
going on there.
became Spewy.
Yep.
Spewguts, the captain, because it came from when I nearly got 50 vomits on the way back from the footy trip. I think I might have clocked the 50 actually from the footy trip from Tasmania, from the plane from Hobart to Melbourne, and then
How
the
many
bus
did you do
ride.
on the plane?
Oh, started strong. Probably got 10 on the 10, 15 on the
10
plane.
spew bags or using the same spew bag?
I can't remember. I was in a pretty dark place. I was fucked. And then we got on I can't even remember the airport. And then we got on our little minibus, and that's when the wheels really fell off. And
Yeah.
I was just laying.
The wheels on the bus?
Were falling
Fall
off.
off.
So I
Falling
was just sort of
off,
laying in
falling
the middle, and it wasn't a nice bus. When they just have the plastic floor sort of. What do you call
vinyl?
that? The vinyl. And I was
Yeah.
just sort of vomiting onto the vinyl. Yeah, it was.
Okay, vomit on the vinyl.
And every vomit, a
Vinyl vomit.
vinyl vomit, the worst type of vomit is the vinyl vomit. And I became the drinking game. Whenever I vomited, everyone had to have a skull.
Everyone was rotten.
Everyone was
by the
blind.
time.
Yeah. Then everyone else started vomiting. It was
Oh,
it was a slippery slope.
it was.
It was so Spewy, the Segway. Oh, it became the Segway.
The Segway. I like that.
Yep.
Cyborg. You sort of give
Cyborg.
yourself that.
Mate called me. Well, it was Sea Guts.
Sea guts.
So that became, we went through this little phase where we were using similar. So the Sea Guts became Ocean Stomach.
Yep.
So our mate was calling me Ocean for a while.
Ocean.
Creep. That was back at.
That was Tammy.
Yeah, that was Tammy. Perv. That was where I used to work for a couple of days before. Well, long story. I lost my job for perving, and
That's not a nickname you want. Creep, is it?
No, I'm not. No one's called me creep. Well, people have called me creep, but not.
Yeah, not
Not as a
nickname.
nickname.
hasn't
No.
stuck,
What
thank
about
God.
yourself? But Buddha, you're pretty much, when your last name's Hocking,
Yeah, but Buddha was. I didn't get Buddha until 2000. Before that, even playing. So 2000, I just turned 18.
Yep.
Before that, it was Ev, Hocko, Evo.
Evo.
And then I went to Oakley Chargers. John Lamont was the coach and turned
Monty.
up. Yeah, the Monty.
They call him Monty?
JL.
JL.
Yeah, JL.
Lamont.
John Lamont.
What about Frenchie?
Oh, yeah.
Lamont?
Bit of a stretch.
Yeah,
Bit of a stretch. But, he goes, what's your Evan Hocking? Evan Hocking. We need a nickname for you. Hocking. We'll call you Buddha.
Yeah.
And then Buddha stuck.
It's not groundbreaking.
No, well-
because Buddha was.
Yeah, I mean, if they just picked me out, they would have gone. They had a bit to work with, actually. But
yeah. Like,
they could have gone, what a fucking mophead.
well, you had
or-
red hair, so which really.
Oh, well, I used to get.
Sauce, ginger, carrot top.
Oh, not same. That was just the bullies, really.
Yep.
But I got crusty for a bit. I dyed my hair. Yeah, I went to dye it blonde, and obviously red
Okay.
hair doesn't really go blonde. It goes
No.
sort of coppery,
Yeah.
crusty yellow colour.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, it's not good at all. So
I don't think any redhead has ever successfully dyed their hair and
Any other colour and made it look good.
or made people think they weren't a redhead because it's not.
Oh.
Because I think it's just the hair, but it's the whole look. It's the
You can't have black hair when you're pasty with freckles. You just look emo.
yeah. So it's the freckles. It's the eyebrows.
It's the eyebrows. It's
the
lack,
whole look.
The lack of women being anywhere near.
Yeah. The lack of vitamin A, B, C, D, E.
That's it.
That's
it.
Yeah. So just changing the colour for all the redheads out there. If you think you're gonna chuck a little rinse through your fucking ginger hair and
it looks fucking
and
ridiculous.
you're going to confuse anyone. You're not. Yeah.
No, not if you're a real sauce head as well. If you're a real carrot top and it's glowing orange, you can't do anything.
Now, being a redhead's more than just the colour of your hair. It's an attitude.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's not a hairstyle. It's a lifestyle.
It's a way of life.
It's a shit way of life, and there's no way of changing it.
Oh,
no way of changing it.
I was just about to say something, and
say it.
No, well, it's going to go into this next story. Well, were you telling the story here?
Well,
what were we talking about?
Anyway, so then I got the dreads. Then the paddle pop line. Paddle pop line. I got the paddle pop line. The dreads looked all right.
Why did fucking redheads?
And then I dyed them. So they didn't look real red.
They were red. Why do redheads think? They always think. Or maybe they do like the red hair, but I'm guessing. They go. More isn't less. More is more. But they always go, well, I've got my red hair. I don't like it. Why don't I grow up long?
Yeah, well, that's...
I don't know.
Yeah, I did grow up long for a while. And, geez, it would have been real long if I hadn't dreaded it. It would have been real long.
Cool dreadies or...
Yeah, they were cool because they weren't the ones that I got done at the hairdresser. They were natural.
Natural, okay.
So I had a real mix. I had some that had knotted together. I had a real fat one at the back. They looked pretty filthy, actually.
Oh, that's good because you don't want to look like. And look, it's probably the only thing he's ever done wrong in his life. You pretty much can't fault him as an athlete, as a person, as a leader. But when Scott Pendlebury was rocking those little fucking dreadies at one stage.
Little Thailand dreadies.
Oh, Jesus. It was... Mate, he was lucky to see 50 games, let alone his 400th game.
Well, you need to do them naturally. The way I was doing it, I might have mentioned this. I used to... I was surfing at the time. I put board wax in them.
Oh, yep.
I was landscape gardening, so there was a lot of brick dust.
Okay,
sort of
brick
helped.
Dust.
Cement dust.
Surf wax and brick dust.
Surf wax and brick dust.
That's the ingredient to any good dready.
Any dready. Oh, Bob Marley back in the day, just on the job site, just rubbing brick dust into his fucking dread.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
Pendles wasn't putting brick dust
Pendles hasn't been on a job site, mate. No. So I was just, and I'd grab them. I remember just knotting them, just like teasing them. It was like I spent more time teasing me hair than touching me balls.
Well, kids were teasing you.
Yeah, they were teasing me. But, it was something, though, where people, some chicks, they love the dreadies. Yeah. And then they got to know me and go, this guy's just a fuckwit. So,
just a fuckwit with bad hygiene, hair hygiene.
Yeah. So Buddha.
The Buddhist?
Mainly just the Buddha.
So Buddha Hocking, the original.
The original and the best.
The Geelong Buddha
Geelong guy.
Why'd they call him Buddha?
Oh, I got no idea.
Is it something... Are all Hockings called Buddha before him, or did it start with him?
Oh, I'd love to... Maybe that's one who we should... Because Big news. We
won't
give it away. We've just... we've done an interview with someone, and that's going to be coming out on the Patreon in the next couple of weeks.
We'll let people guess. Nearly made 200 games, nearly played 200 games.
Nearly played 200 AFL games.
And nearly kicked 100 goals.
Nearly kicked 100 goals and nearly won a premiership.
Nearly won a flag.
So we're starting. No, he was good.
He was fantastic.
He was great.
He was good.
We've just recorded with him, and we'll get that out on the Patreon in the coming weeks.
Soon.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. So basically Buddha, paddle pop.
That's a good one. The line.
I like the paddle pop line. I think after that, that's Budsy. It's sort of that's about it, really.
Yeah. Look, classics.
Oh yeah.
Yuck.
So we
had
had the week off last week. We put up the the episode that was pre-recorded. So we're back.
Oh yeah! Big thanks to everyone that's been reaching out about little Harry. He's So what is it? It's today's Monday.
Let's turn that heater off, mate.
It's a bit fucking hot, isn't it? It's either freezing cold or or there's no in between with that heater. It's all or nothing. A bit like yourself on the piss. No, you're probably better than me, I'd say.
Oh, I'm better than you.
Yeah,
old,
so
spew bags, Siegert,
the Segway.
Ocean stomach.
Ocean guts.
What were you?
Ocean guts.
Okay.
Ocean stomach. No, ocean stomach.
Vinyl vomit.
So what are we?
You got a story?
I got a story. Oh,
you
yeah,
mentioned about Harry.
yes.
Reaching out.
So big thanks to everyone that's been reaching out. So it's now been 10 days. He's still in hospital. The surgery was a success, but the bloody
recovery.
The old recovery's been a fucking nightmare. He's can't get the morphine levels right. He's been getting a bit sick, and he's going all right. He's just having a rough trip. He's not loving life. He's not his usual
bubbly,
happy self. So, but
he's such a happy.
He's
kid
such
as
a
well.
happy kid.
It must be hard to see him.
That's when you see him so miserable. It's a bit heartbreaking. But the main thing is the surgery went well. So thanks everyone for reaching out, and he's in good hands, and I'm not allowed anywhere near him until he's fully recovered. Because
Dad, you'll stuff this up.
He's got this little sort of bin. What's that noise? He's got this little bin thing where all his
vomit,
all these tubes come out of his stomach, and all the shit from his guts goes in, and it just sits on the floor, and I've kicked this thing over fucking 400 times. Every time I walk past it, fucking hell. But he does do this funny thing. So, because he basically sits up on his bed all day. Obviously, he can't move because he's got all these tubes, and he's got this little thing up his nose to keep the oxygen going up his nose. And
that's not feeding him at all. How's he getting fed?
Oh no, he can eat now.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
No, he's eating. Loves his soup. He doesn't like something. He tell you what, he lets you know about it. So he's got this little thing up his nose. He sounds like he's got a hair lip, and it's fucking funny. Just hey Dad, and every now and again, I don't know what happens. He'll be sitting up for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, and then for some reason, maybe his little gown gets in the wrong spot or his pillow moves, and he just starts sliding down the bed like this. And he calls it, I don't know where he got this name for, but he calls it drowning. And he'll yell out, "Nanny, I'm drowning. Nanny, I'm drowning. I'm drowning. I'm drowning." Oh, fuck, it's funny. And he's going, "I'm drowning." God, it's fucking hard not to laugh. But he's quite happy when he's doing that. It's when
drowning. Happy when he's drowning.
But it's a good drowning.
Yeah, it's a good drowning. Yeah.
So you got to get
throw
over
a bucket
there.
of water on him.
Got to get over there and lift him up. But he's just looking forward to getting him home. Getting him back. But
it's good. Well, the thing was on the way here, your mum's over at the moment.
Oh, that she is.
Yeah, and you're in the car, and you said you rang me and said, "Oh, where are you? Where are you, Buddha?" I said, "Oh, mate, I'm about half an hour away." Anyway, you're on speaker. My mum's in the car, so just keep it all above board, Evo.
Well.
And I'll be honest, I did have to fight a few times from dropping the F-bomb. And we're only on the phone for about 2 minutes. I'm like, this is actually a struggle.
Oh, well, if I had have not told you, there would have been something like, you dumb cunt or
I
something.
don't know if I would have dropped the C-bomb. Even in regular conversation, I'm not really a C-bomb dropper. No. They're definitely, within the first sentence, I would have dropped probably 3 F-bombs.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Have we spoken about this? Do you reckon that's the true indication of where your friendship is with someone?
With how?
Where if you ring them on and they say you're on speaker, they know that they're just, you're totally open. You can say whatever. G'day, fuckbags. How are you going, mate?
Yeah, if you have to be told.
If you have to be told that you're on speaker, I reckon that means you're chatting to a true friend. Or maybe you're just a piece of shit.
Maybe you just got a potty mouth. Yeah, I swear like a tree. But I think it's also a reflection of how untrue to ourselves we are at different aspects of our life. Like if you're in at work, that's not the real
That's not you.
Yeah, if you're talking to your wife's parents,
That's
not
you.
the real you.
No.
Like, well, what is the real you? Or maybe when you're with your mates, maybe that's not the real you. Maybe you're bunging that on.
Well, I reckon early on you bung it on, but then you sort of, I don't know, it depends where you, if someone starts pulling you up going, hey, he's up on this. I'm definitely a swearer.
Oh, geez, I'm a horrendous swearer.
Well, I reckon this podcast is the real us.
This is the real us?
Maybe not the first few episodes, but this is the real us.
Well,
what have you been getting for the last... We're not getting many listeners.
No, a lot of people aren't into us, which is, if this is the real us, fuck me. But back to the phone call thing. Have you ever had it where you're chatting to a mate and, fuck this, fuck that, and then, and then you hear something, you're like, is someone else in the car? Oh, yeah, Jenny's here, and you're like, fuck me, mate.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be told.
Yeah, you need to be told.
You have to be told.
Because then there's something where, you just don't want some of the conversation just say, not that it's anything bad, but it's just very potty mouth.
Like although, it wasn't really, it was a bit different because I was talking to her, but the other day I was talking to you.
Kristen.
To Kristen. And I said something about, you're taking her to the winery.
Oh, yeah.
And she didn't know you were taking her to the winery.
No, I said we're going to go, be ready by 12:30. We're going somewhere. We're taking, and you said, "Oh, you all set for the winery?" And I think she probably had an idea that we're going to a winery. It wasn't like, you're gonna divorce her or something like that.
Yeah,
have you got the divorce papers ready? You were talking about.
Okay, no, that would have ruined
so that was all right.
That surprise
mate.
for her.
That was all right. Yeah.
But So
what do you mean though? You just need to know.
So Saturday night, Comics Lounge.
Big.
So show normally starts at 8 o'clock. 3 brackets at the Comics Lounge. Best venue in Australia.
Home of comedy.
Australia's home of comedy.
I'm there in a few weeks. We're there in a few weeks again.
Oh, we are there in a few weeks.
DC,
yeah.
Dan Connell.
So
come check us out on Wednesday, November 1st, Thursday the 2nd, Friday the 3rd, Saturday the 4th.
It's going to be
Get down there, Bantitos.
Dan Connell, who we featured in our first ever episode.
DC.
And anyway, so it's full house, as it always is on a Friday, Saturday night. Chockers, you can... the show normally starts at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
There was meant to be a show before it that cancelled. So it was too late. It was too late to tell everyone that they were going back to the normal start time. So there was no show before it.
Yep.
But there was a show. The show started at 8:45, which ended up dropping back to 9 o'clock.
Oh.
So the show didn't start till 9. And on a Saturday night, you wouldn't think an hour of drinking would make much difference, but geez Louise, it did. People were fucked. Like, it was a real pissy, bloody bar, fucking brawling type of atmosphere. It was rowdy and everyone was yelling. I was MC, so and there was a table up the back, probably about 14 blokes.
Yep.
On a Bucks party, and I walked past them on the way to go backstage before the show had started. I looked at them and I thought,
they're feral.
They could be trouble. They're all drinking the bourbons and they just look.
Bourbon just seems, it's one of those drinks, isn't it? If someone opens up on the bourbons, you're like, there's something about it that just says child support.
Yep, trouble.
Yep.
Not paying child support, but paying a lot of money for Jimmy cans.
Cans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, couple of shaved heads with the tattoos as the hair.
It's good hair. Tattoo hair.
When they've got the sort of the tattoos up the side. They look rough as guts. Fucking rough as guts.
If you what tattoo would you get if you had to get a neck tattoo? What are you thinking? Are you a Collingwood Premiership tattoo or
something a bit
florally?
Yeah, so what would I get? So maybe a little Bodhi tree or something up the side.
What's a Bodhi tree?
Don't know. No, it's something. It's that tree that the Buddhists.
Oh,
actually, I don't know. I used to work with a guy called Bodhi. And he used to say it was named after the Bodhi tree.
Kristen said that there's a few kids in at the in where she's working at the moment. There's 3 Bodhis in there. Is Bodhi a name that's becoming cool again?
No, this guy would be early 30s, so.
Okay.
Bodhi. What's a point break?
Bodhi, was it?
They call him the Bodhisattva.
Ah.
I'm not going to paddle to New Zealand.
Yeah, I reckon
Anyway.
I watched it once.
Hey, watch it again. Brilliant.
Okay.
Worst remake ever was Point Break 2.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I can imagine.
The what do they call it? The Blues and they're never the same. The
sequels.
the second album, Blues.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Probably more music.
Yep.
Based. But anyway, so this they look like fucking trouble.
Come on.
Anyway, so I've got on stage and wait, it was
Bandito. Were they band?
they might have
Band.
yeah, it might have been Banditos, Banditos, not Banditos.
Banditos.
Very different. And anyway, so even before the couple of them been a bit of an argument out the front in the bar area,
Oh.
and I sort of said to Dan, what's that about? And apparently they were fighting over. He overheard them, and they were fighting over a gram, the coke. Someone hadn't paid their share of the coke. So so the boys are up and about. Bucks party. Anyway, so I'm up there and it's electric. Like it's Saturday night, everyone's pissed and I'm barely doing any material. I'm bloody just talking to the crowd. And it's a great gig. It's up and about as you'd expect on a Saturday night. And then have we got any, at this stage I didn't know they were a Bucks party. Have we got anything else in? Anyone celebrating anything? Bucks party? And then, oh, here you go, mate, blah, blah, blah. So he gave me nothing. So I quickly moved on to the other people. Get in material. It's probably couldn't be going much better. A little moment dipped down, and a guy, one of the guys yelled out, "When's the comedy going to start?"
Oh, it's a bloody. That is annoying. That's annoying. That one.
It's a classic.
It is the classic.
It's heckling 101.
Yep. Yeah.
And I just sort of
see. Well, it's not. There's no other sort of jobs or something where someone starts building a pergola. Hey, cockhead, when's the real carpenter coming on?
Yeah,
or something like that. It's just,
I'd say umpiring. You
umpiring,
get a fair bit of feedback.
Yeah, do get a bit of feedback.
Yep,
you do.
No, but it's a fair point, and I felt I really had everyone on side. So
he's just a smart ass.
He's just a cockhead. Like it's. I can read the room at least. Yeah, maybe if I was semi-battling, but it was a good one. I'd tell you if it wasn't going well.
Siegert's on fire.
I'm on fire. It's Saturday night, and I've sort of just let it go a bit. I thought, fucking, and I just sort of got a big ooh, and I just sort of looked over and shook my head and started chatting to someone else, and then someone just said, when's the comedy going to start? And I just said, as it was coming out of my mouth, I thought, this isn't good. And I said, mate, if I had my Bucks party at a comedy venue, I'd fucking neck myself. And as it came out, I was like, because he was a real, there was real venom in it. Like he was,
real sting.
He's just and as it came out, I was like, because that's something you'd say to your mates.
You would,
and actually got it quite a laugh. It got quite a big laugh, but not everyone, not from everyone.
No, not the 14, especially not the Buck. With the neck tattoo and
those guys
and the hair tattoo.
Those guys didn't like it, so I made the decision never to leave the green room for the entire. No, I did actually go out during the break, and they didn't. They ended up getting a bit of an argument with each other. And
they're more worried about the coke than what the bloody what the MC said.
So they've ended up leaving halfway through, but then at the end, I got me money heading home, and I'm about to
a few bikes just pull up
surrounded
behind you.
by 14. Oh fucking Jesus! No,
not such a lame Bucks party now, is it, champ?
No, so I got me money. Actually, I did me back pedal, which I do every now and again. At a footy club where I go, if anyone's during the break for a bit of entertainment, these guys are all going to be kicking the shit out of me. And quite often it makes them feel good about themselves and they realise that I'm not there for trouble.
But then sometimes it probably puts it in their head. Fuck, that's not a bad idea.
So we're really doing that at
Let's kick the shit out of him.
So anyway, I've got me money and Grant Lee said, mate, I know we don't give a fuck, but just so someone, there are a couple of complaints about your necking yourself, about your suicide comment.
Not from those guys, though?
No, I don't think they were into No, they weren't complaining at all because they got real lippy at the end. These boys when Mickey D was out there because he was doing his bird impressions, which is absolutely hilarious. But if you're a coked up bikie, you don't want to be sitting there listening to bird impressions on a buck's boat.
No, they want to be seeing birds.
Yeah.
They need to go to the strippers and see some nude birds.
Oh, that's how I felt.
They don't want to see a magpie.
Guys, go
some guy acting like a magpie.
Yeah, let's eliminate the middle fucking stage of the night. Go straight to the strippers.
Why are you
get in a punch on. Go lock yourselves up.
Most people like that, I think they want to be the centre of attention. So I don't know why the fuck they would go to a comedy.
Oh,
no idea.
But mate, they were hating each other. That was the one saving grace. Is I think they were too busy hating on each other. Fight, they were arguing, and always one bloke got up and goes, "You guys are all fucking idiots," and then he came back, and it was just a shit show. I sat behind him for Mickey D because I was like, something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen.
But then once Mickey D pulled out the bird
pulled out the binoculars.
Like,
is that a semi-crested robin?
Semi-crested. Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I just made something up.
No. Oh,
you could probably look at it. No.
Yes, and I realised as it was coming out, I was like, because that's just lingo. Stuff blokes say, "Oh God, if that happened, I'd fucking neck me." But it doesn't. It doesn't sound great, and that's why you can be quite careful with comedy. What you write, you've got a lot of control over what you write, your jokes, and you're like, "Well, that's not really me. That's not what the perception I want." But off the cuff, just yelling out when someone's giving you the shits, that can go right off script.
Fair to say the Comics Lounge won't be posting that clip.
It'll be on there. It would have got recorded.
The spur of the moment, it is amazing what you say, because I had one on the weekend as well at Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
It was just this one woman down the front, and she was there with a workmate or something, and like I've basically done my first joke. They're talking about hitting my younger brother. And then they're like, chit. Right? Chat. I go, "Oh, you right there, guys? You having a chat? What are you talking about?" She said, "Oh, we're just talking about younger siblings," because I talk about how my brother was younger than me. I used to kick the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And like, "Oh, well, that's all right. But do you maybe want to do it in the break or anything like that?" And you go, yeah, sorry.
Reasonable
please
request.
Go on. She did this whole please go on thing. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck you." Like, because I'm at a point now where I'm like, hang on, you're affecting the rest of the show. Like, I don't mind that. Yeah. So then I was on for about 15 minutes, and she's just like, just piping up every fucking thing. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I go, "You're affecting the show for everyone around you. Please just be quiet." And she's like, okay. Because then she said, "Oh, I'm on a work do." She said, "Oh, I got divorced 3 weeks ago." And then I probably shouldn't have said this later on, like when she wouldn't shut up. I go, "No wonder you got fucking divorced."
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Which isn't great, but I could have told her to go neck herself. Yeah,
divorce is better than necking yourself. Did she shut up, or how'd she take the divorce comment?
The crowd loved it.
Yeah,
a few oohs, but she didn't get the hint. So first act goes on. She goes, "Fucking hell, she doesn't shut up, does she? I told you." Second act goes on. Fuck me. She's fucking up all me setups and punchlines. I go, "I'm telling you." But it was sort of people right down the back probably don't hear.
Well, it's only a 50-seater, isn't it?
There was about 70 in.
Okay.
70 in, yeah. There was 50 seated, 20 standing.
How big's that room?
You probably get 80.
Okay.
80
That's pretty full.
Crammed in, yeah. But
people like that, but then you're sort of thinking, maybe should not go too hard on it, but she's that bloody
into herself.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she literally, like, you could see on her face, she was like, I could not have been more stern in you're fucking up the show for everyone else, and just oblivious, just fucking chatting the fucking dude next to her. I don't know what the fuck he saw in her. But
so she's only been divorced for 3 weeks.
3 weeks, I said, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah, bloody
riffed on that. She moved on quick.
Some
dude from work.
Yeah.
Start the second bracket, and she wasn't in the front. I thought, this is fucking all right.
This is positive.
I didn't say anything, didn't want to jinx it, but I sort of looked at the two seats, looked at the crowd and go, "Ooh." this could be good.
Yeah, nice.
And then, she came back stood up the back for the last 10 minutes of Catsy's set. And
Yeah.
wouldn't shut the fuck up.
God, it's
It's one of those ones where you just need a security guard to go, you think,
do?
is it too harsh to kick them out? But they're affecting the show.
And it's this might be. I don't know how this is going to go down, but is it fair to say? I would say 75 to 80% of those people are female.
I think
That are just
maybe.
that are just yapping with
yapping. Yes,
And
in my experience,
yeah, definitely in my experience.
Yep.
And you know why I reckon it is?
Because why?
Because I don't reckon females have the consequence of
getting
of a
punched.
punch in the head.
No, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like if that was a guy, some other guy would have gone, mate, just shut the fuck up, and it's on. Whereas a female probably doesn't have that danger of that happening.
No, and even the guy next to her, he maybe wanted to bang her, so he's like, I'm not telling her to shut up.
Yeah,
She's going to be
yeah.
getting on the end of it.
Yeah,
later on,
yeah. This is
you
part
know.
of his master plan.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I know how I could shut her up.
Mm.
No, I think that's the thing. Maybe, for sure. Burr's got a good bit about it where, you just females. Yeah, well, there isn't the consequence of getting punched.
No, and sometimes,
They,
well, I'll admit it. It's probably pulled my head in quite a few times. The consequence of, you know what, I'm bloody loose as a goose tonight. But if I do that, a fair chance I'm going to get punched in the head. So I'll choose not to.
Yep.
And look, sometimes I've done things that have resulted in a punch in the head. Many times actually.
Yeah.
But so that's all bloody. That's interesting. They can really fuck a show. But
so that just ended up with a bit of a complaint there, did it, Timmy?
yeah, a bit of a complaint. But look,
That's
they
all right.
made it very clear that that they didn't give two fucks. No, so they're good, great joint down there. It really is the
It is
comics
good,
man.
yes.
And a big hi to Dan and Grant Lee, and
See you in a few weeks, boys.
yeah, we'll be their big listeners.
Yeah, they love it.
And have you got anything? Because I've got something.
I've
Or
just got a few no real stories. I went Saturday, nothing too crazy. It's just I just did on Saturday. I was feeling like I had to get out and do something.
Yep.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I came down the Comics Lounge after Kings of Comedy on Friday and had a couple of beers, sort of ended up getting home late and thought, sometimes it's that thing where you don't have kids, no one's forcing you to run around or do anything. I could have just sat on the couch and ate Tim Tams all day.
Yep.
I thought, Kristen, she went to the Dixie Chicks
Serious?
with her mum. Yeah.
The Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Dixie Chicks.
Do you? Well, you missed them. They were at Mount Dunedin.
Yeah.
Well, they're just called the Chicks now.
Yeah, because the Dixie was an Indian reference.
Dixie, yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably even Chicks is a bit of a stretch.
Oh, you got to be careful. The theys. You don't know what.
Could just be called the.
You're
Yeah.
going to see the.
I don't mind the 3 days past 18. Sitting
one
in
of
a
their
cafe
songs?
in your army greens.
Okay. Is
I
that
don't
one of
mind
their
the Dixie
songs?
Chicks.
Okay.
I've
How'd
always
you get
had a-
into that? When did you first start getting
I've
into the
always
Dixie
been a
Chicks?
sucker for a female vocalist.
Okay.
Jewel.
Yep.
Nice. Even your Cranberries and your
Oh, yeah.
the Dixie Chicks is because they're country.
Well, I went and saw the Cause once.
Oh, they were beautiful.
They were lovely. They
Yeah,
were they
beautiful.
Irish?
I think they were
Scottish.
Irish. They were all beautiful.
They were.
Where'd you see them?
Oh, I went and saw him maybe 97 with one of my mates, Bullseye. He goes, Cause. You're forgiven.
Yeah.
Not forgotten.
Mm.
So, yeah, they were good. Magic
Yeah.
Dirt. I like Magic Dirt.
That's at a different level. Like that's a
well,
band. That's a band with
that's
a
band.
female singer.
Yeah.
These are like real female vocalists.
Okay. Well, sorry, Adelita. Sorry. But
Who?
that's the lead singer,
Oh,
Adelita. She's good Geelong girl.
is she?
Yeah.
What is Magic Dirt?
Oh, it's just, I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Hmm.
Adele? Do you like Adele?
Yeah, went and saw her.
Okay, how was she's very good, isn't she?
She's good. Yeah, she's she's great. Very funny girl too.
Oh, good in between songs.
Yeah, good banter.
Banter.
Bit of good banter. I like our good selves. And I think we've talked about this on the pod before. But yeah, someone said that like avocado's good fat, like Adele.
Oh,
When you,
she's trimmed down a bit.
She's
I
trimmed down a
liked
bit.
her when she was chunky but funky.
Oh, chunky but funky.
I liked it.
And you often see her courtside at the NBA games.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I mean, someone else.
Good. Adele, Beyonce, you're a Beyonce fan?
Yeah, yep. I was actually little thing now. Noah and I, or when Noah goes to bed, because Flinny the moment his head hits a pillow, he passes out because of the little what I pop in his drink there before he goes to bed. And but Noah and I will sit up and we'll look at a bit of YouTube through the phone, and it's we'll just
screen time before bed.
Of screen time, really stimulate the brain before bed. So he sits there staring at the roof for a couple of hours before he nods off. But no, when we listen to a bit of music, we for some reason we looked up best ever Glastonbury performances.
Ooh, yeah.
And
good festival.
And Beyonce was number one. And I was like, oh, well, and it was that song to the left, and crowd involvement. Fuck, she had him going. She had that crowd eating out of her little bloody hand, her little manicured hand.
I think my Kristen, my beautiful wife, I think she either passed out or cried at Beyonce. She gets very emotional. Around Queen Bee.
There's a lot of woman power. A lot of even I bloody. Oh, you only got to listen to a couple of songs and you start bloody getting a period. You really is a lot of estrogen going through.
When you love Beyonce, what would you love Beyonce to just smash her around a bit?
Oh, I saw Rihanna.
Oh,
Hyde Park, London.
Jesus,
and this
almost
was
all time.
Well, this
Rihanna.
is
she's like a billionaire.
Billionaire.
I reckon she could be. Yeah, I listened to a podcast, and I think she's very good in the business sense.
Okay.
She's amazing story actually. She went from was she Ghana,
rags to riches.
Rags to riches, yeah, and I think she's a billionaire.
Wow,
jeez, imagine the power she'd have over you.
Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah, this was there back in her prime too. Before a few of her hits, but back when her umbrella was out.
Oh, mate, I'd put one up even if the rain wasn't. If it wasn't flogging down.
No, even inside. You know, bad luck.
I had an umbrella up. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
and where do you sit on your Aussie vocalists? Because they're not in the same league, really, are they?
If you're talking your deltas and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
Delta, yeah.
She's very. I think what hurt her might have been Neighbours.
Yep.
She lost a bit of cred there.
Fuck, she had some acne in Neighbours.
Well, she
was probably 14, but
I'm sure
she
if
was
you were starring in a show at 14, we could look back at your movie or TV series creds and go, fucking Tommy's an ugly fucker.
Yeah, I'm not bloody having a go at it. I'm just saying it's a fact. Her skin really cleared up later in life. She did do during lockdown a rendition of Land Down Under.
Ooh, how was it?
An acoustic on the little penis there. Playing on the piano, and she was it's the best version I've ever heard.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Get on your YouTube. Support Delta. She's Australia's Delta.
She's the world's Delta as well.
Yeah, but she's our. She's our. Yeah. Same with Kylie, I'd say.
Kylie,
she's ours. She's made a resurgence, Kylie.
She has.
Well, she'd still squeezing those little golden pants.
Well, I reckon she would. She's quite nimble.
Yeah,
so no, she's good. Any other decent what you're probably working out now is we don't have a lot of stories. So we're just sort of riffing. But I've
got an observation that'll blow you.
Talk to me.
So this one's a lot of things are changing as you get old. You got to keep an eye on things. Like,
for example, a new hobby.
What's that?
Just mopping piss up off the floor.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
These days you go into a piss.
I got to wear quick dry shorts. I'm not even going swimming.
Oh, it's you finish pissing, you go to bed, you lay in bed and you're still pissing. You're like, fucking hell. Yeah, you're
fucking drenched.
Don't ask me why, but I was in the female sanitary. Oh, no, that's because I've written that joke.
You've written the joke.
I've written a joke about it. And look, it's just a bit fucking in your face, I think.
Yeah.
It's just a first. I think once people settled and they're on their driving home and they thought about the joke, they'll be like,
that's
you know
not
what?
Bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it didn't like. He wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
He told
yeah,
everyone to neck themselves.
but
I
we
wasn't
need
happy with that. But
we need the laugh now. You need to laugh now. You don't need. You can't afford them to have a couple of days to think about it. No. So anyway, long story short, it's a joke that involves 24-pack of maxi pads. So I was doing a bit of research. As a comedian, you got to do a bit of research. So I was down my local Woolworths, just looking in the maxi pads section to see. If there were other words, Libre Fleur, or whether they came in 24 packs, because I'm comparing it with a packet of popcorn, microwave popcorn, in the joke, which struggles somewhat. And I noticed, women, they are fucking light years ahead of where they have fucking undies. Just
Kristen wears those.
Serious? Like no, I want to beep that out. She might not be there with that.
She said, "Don't talk." I'll fucking.
She'll be right.
Nah.
Anyway,
she doesn't listen.
No, so
she doesn't wear them out all the time.
No, good recovery. So they're like undies that I assume have like a pad.
Yeah, sewn into them, and you just wash the undies.
So they're not disposable. You wash the undies.
You wash the undies. Yeah. So no, it's a bloody great idea.
So you just period in these undies.
And then you wash them. Yeah, but it's like there's a pad in there. It's quite smart. It's like
it's very smart.
Yeah, you could. I was trying to think of
you get a big
what a guy thing.
But if you're pissed in it, it wouldn't be able to. You
could just wear maybe a condom. You put a condom after you.
No, that's going to expand.
The condom.
But no, so maybe not your full piss, but these would be good to catch the maybe 7 litres of dribble I do after a standard
I might
piss.
Start wearing Kristen's period pads.
Yeah, PPs.
Period pads.
So what? Anyway, so little things happening. For example, I've had to make the font bigger on my phone.
Done that.
I'm getting hair in crazy places,
except on your head.
Except on my head, because that's not crazy. That's where it's meant to be. I don't know. How does this happen? And I'm going off track again. We'll get to
good.
We'll get to this observation.
I love it. Well, we've got to give it back to my story, but it's not that great.
So you just, you're about to head out. You just give yourself a look in the mirror, and you've got a fucking hair about a massive hair coming out of your nose.
I get some on my nose.
How do they? It's like there's never a growing. Do they just grow really quick, or is it like a?
Is it stuck somewhere?
Is it somehow
rolled
stuck
up? And it's like a
because I would have noticed it earlier.
Like an animal that's sort of, how they sort of like balled up and then they just sort of spring up like a giraffe or something like that, or
when the fuck have you seen
out of a shell? Well,
when was the last time you saw a giraffe ball up and then spring up?
No, they don't really ball up giraffes. I maybe picked the wrong animal.
I think you might be talking about like an earwig.
Yeah.
How you get an earwig mixed up with a fucking?
I'm not great with my animals. Yeah. I need to watch a few more David Attenborough documentaries.
Yeah, they just seem to grow very quick, the nose hairs.
Yeah.
They just appear from nowhere.
Some just overnight. They're like, this is my chance. I'm making a break for it.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd attend to them earlier. But anyway, so one thing I've noticed that's happening lately, I don't know if this is old age or what's going on, getting a lot more of those bloody poo marks on the towel.
Oh, those poo marks.
So I'm thinking one of two things is happening. Either A, my sphincter's loosening.
It's not from the other week. It's not still from that shit you took at the airport that you haven't. You had a shower since then?
But I'm talking. Yeah, well, obviously you don't dry yourself back in the middle of the day. So you've just had a shower. You've washed yourself. I don't think it's the way I'm not washing myself any less. I'm still getting the cake of soap and really fucking
getting in there,
getting a lather and really violating the sphincter area. And sometimes I think I'm going to lose the bloody cake of soap up here if it's too small. Yeah.
You wouldn't want one of those little hotel soaps.
Oh no,
that'd be gone.
Mate,
need the big Dove bar.
I'd have a couple of 100 hotel soaps up my ass, I reckon. Just gone.
Yeah.
So you get out of the shower, and you dry yourself all over, give the bum, and you're like, another little brown bit. So no.
What colour towels are you using?
Well, cream.
No, that's not good.
No,
But it is good for that, though, because it's not good for the towel, but it's good for your self-awareness.
It is, yeah, because that's what they say. They say you should always look at your poo, your stool. That's the
yes.
to check your health.
Yes.
And to get your soaps back.
That's right.
So one of two things is happening here. Either A, my sphincter's becoming looser and just poo is just dribbling out, or B, for some reason, without noticing, I'm really bloody.
I reckon more hair around your ass, and stuff's getting caught. That's
no, I'm clean enough.
Yeah, but I still
out.
reckon sometimes.
Mate.
Okay, well, what are you thinking?
Well, maybe for some reason I'm pushing my fingers up there more.
Oh,
without knowing it.
Okay.
For some reason,
yeah,
it's just a lot more. It looks like it's been a target at the back wall of a paintball fucking venue. And I was thought about when it was happening. I was thinking, I wonder if that's happening to a lot of people. And I thought about and this is, I've never done it on stage or anything, but fuck, it'd be funny, like, because it's been done. I googled it, and there are places that sell the brown towels.
Brown towels.
Like that's been done. That joke's been done. But I'm thinking you'd still need to match, because two poos are different. Different poos are different colours.
Yeah,
there's no point getting a dark.
You have a red wine, it's like black.
Yeah, or different,
red wine, or the Guinness,
or even different people's poos are very, very different.
Yeah.
So I thought the joint that sells the towels, it'd be like they'd have like that wall at Bunnings with the paint.
Oh, the paint.
So
you got a colour match.
Yeah, so
match your
so
towel.
you'd like wipe your ass and take your clump of toilet paper into the towel shop.
Mix it up.
Can you make me a towel? And they'd be like, oh yeah, it's a fucking that's a vegan that's a bender. That's a Guinness drinking
guy.
Yeah,
can I get a set of Guinness drinking benders?
Because otherwise, you might have a light brown and you're doing dark brown shits and you'll still see it. So it's important. Look, it's
food for thought.
It's food for thought and something we can workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good stuff.
But our idea, we had our idea the other day, cum socks.
Oh,
yeah,
it's been.
I'll Google that. It's been done.
Oh, has it? Someone's done that. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, fair call.
Yeah, so they're actually socks that they say come down the side.
Okay.
So that could have been good merch.
Yeah, good merch.
I don't know. We could just do it better.
Well, even if we come up with the idea, it's never going to happen because I think we've been talking about merch for about 3 years. But
it's a good point.
It's a good point. But, we thought it's not hard to fucking get good Banter printed on a black T-shirt, but we still haven't done it. So
I would buy it.
Anyway,
if you think you'd buy it,
hit us up. Would you buy? Hit us up on the Instagram. Maybe I'll do a poll on the Instagram. Would you buy? I'm thinking black T-shirt, little Good Banter logo on the left side, and would you need something on the back like that's Good Banter, or just leave it?
No, probably an extra expense, I'd say.
Yeah, probably would be.
I quite like the Good Banter over the left titty and the bigger Good Banter at the back.
You could do that,
or you could go the big at the front.
That's
a bit pox, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon.
Although something about the small logo on the nipple looks a bit corporate.
No, it's good, but like Mickey, who's with Journey Apparel, he's got the little wolf pack on his one.
Okay.
But that doesn't say Journey. That's just the logo. But Good Band will look all right, I reckon.
Or would you want a big one across the front?
I don't know, but then it looks like your T-shirt's on the wrong way, doesn't it? I always think big at the back, small at the front.
Good point. Well, those band T-shirts, they still have the big at the back, don't they? And the front.
Bands have got it on the front. I reckon some people, though, like not everyone would wear a big Good Banter on the T-shirt.
It's a good point.
Some people be like, I want to support them, but I don't want everyone to know that I'm listening to this shit.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
just big enough so if you did go past another Bandito,
go hey,
but not big enough that someone would say,
"What the fuck?
What's Good Banter?" And then
who's
you have
Tom
to explain
Siegert?
it, And,
Who's Evan Hocking?
Yeah. Well, if there's any Bantitos out there that are handy with the old pen and pencil, maybe they could sketch a couple of pictures of us, maybe doing something
we've spoken about.
Like, Evan wiping his ass.
Shit on your ass.
With Evan with
on
shit on his
towel.
balls. Me, shit on my towel.
Yeah.
Doing a shit in the park.
Shit in the park.
Yep.
Could do that. Do that. And anyway, so like as I mentioned about an hour and a half ago, I thought Saturday I got to do something. I got to get out of the house, And Kristen's at the Dixie Chicks.
Yep.
She's at the Chicks with her mum.
You can't you can't just wank all day.
You can't wank all day. You run out of socks.
Yep.
But hey, no, it's not worth talking about.
No, what is it?
So Kristen, obviously on the Sunday, she reposted on her Instagram story.
Is she on Instagram? Is she?
She's on Instagram.
Does she follow our page?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't want anything to do with it.
Mm.
But she posted a photo of her and her mum, and underneath she did the little Instagram handle. It said @Katie Meg, and for some reason I thought, well, I've seen it a few times. She keeps tagging this Katie Meg.
Meg.
I go, who the fuck's Katie Meg? And I said, because her cousin's called Meg. So I thought, fuck, is that her Instagram handle?
Yeah.
I said, Kristen, what do you... Like, I've seen this for about 6 months, a year. I said, why every time you post a photo of your mum do you tag your cousin Meg in it? She goes, no, Katie Meg, that's mum's Instagram, who she's on Instagram. I'm like, Katie Meg? How does she get Katie Meg? Oh, her name's Catherine Margaret. Her middle name's Margaret. Her first name's Catherine. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Would you put that together?
Do you need to know that in order to search for them?
You need to know that, yeah. Or I think if I type in Catherine Margaret, I don't think Katie Meg's going to pop up.
Well, she doesn't want to be found.
Maybe that's true.
Mm.
Her profile picture is a butterfly.
And she's not a butterfly?
No.
She's a social butterfly.
She's an earwig.
Oh.
She's a giraffe.
Okay.
No. She's lovely. So I'm thinking, I don't think this is wrong of me to not put those two together.
No, that is a bit odd. I don't really understand that.
No, you're probably not the person to talk about.
Yeah.
But, Catherine Margaret, Katie Meg. Like, that literally has nothing to do with that.
No.
So, yeah. But anyway, that's something off topic, and we're not going to solve it today. But I've worked it out now, so she's probably going, I've been following Evan for about 2 years on Instagram. He hasn't followed me back. I said, well, I didn't know who you were.
There's Katie Meg.
Now I do. But anyway, so
what
Saturday,
do you do?
I thought, all right, I've got to get out of the house.
Can't wank all day.
I've already done it 3 times. Get out of the house.
She's at Dixie Chicks.
She's at the Chicks.
You're holding your dick.
I'm holding me dick.
Looking at chicks.
Yeah.
On the computer.
There's
a coincidence.
Oh, mate. It's like it's meant to be.
Yep.
I thought, all right, I'm going to go out, and you hear people. I'm in Mornington, and I'm the gateway to the Mornington Peninsula.
Yeah,
I keep hearing people
fair.
talk about. I went on a hike. I went hiking. I went and saw this beautiful scenery, and I thought, fuck, I'm 20 minutes away from doing this. So what do? I thought I'm going to drive somewhere.
Okay, by yourself.
By myself. That's the thing that I'm sort of going to bring up.
Okay.
I drove to Cape Shank Lighthouse. Been to Cape Shank
Is it where all the grass and everything? It's surrounded by a lot of grass.
I didn't actually go near the lighthouse. I just parked in the car park and thought, because then there's a bit of a walk down to Bushranger Bay. I thought I'll go see Ned Kelly.
Yeah, is it?
See what
that's where
he's
he
been up to.
used to drink.
Yeah, that's where he used to swim.
Yep.
He used to when he wasn't shooting people and robbing banks. He thought, I'm going down to Bushranger Bay.
He was doing gassies off the bouncing board.
Like a horsey.
Bouncing board?
Horsey. Well, there's no bouncing. There's no pool there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all natural.
Rock pool?
No rock pool. It's all natural. It's just so you walk down, and I wasn't really dressed for it. Some people get a little too dressed up. When it wasn't a hike, it's just a walk. But some people are there. They've got the hiking shoes. The hiking shoes.
It's a bit mad. There's a bit over there. There aren't many places you can't walk in a pair of fucking sneakers.
The first time I did this, hike, I did it in thongs. And there's people walking with those 2 sticks.
Yeah.
You know those people, like, how long you been walking for? 3 days or
I always say to them,
3 months?
Falls Creek's that way, but it's a long way.
It is a long way.
They do look like they're skiers and have lost their skis.
They do, but
It's
like,
ridiculous.
I guess unless you're old and you're probably a bit off balance, I can excuse the walkie sticks for that. But
Yeah, if someone's, like I see someone in their 90s at a retirement home with an actual walking stick,
yeah,
I'll cop that.
yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take
I'm not
that.
saying, pull your head in, mate.
Come
You're-
on. Falls Creek's that way.
Yeah. You've been a wanker, mate.
Yeah, so there's people who are really dressed up, and I'm there. I'm just wearing shorts. I didn't really look the part. I had a jacket on, I had a jumper on.
Yep.
About 2 minutes in, I had to rip all that shit off. It was getting too hot.
Oh, you can heat up.
Oh, you heat up when you hike. And walking past some people, and I just sort of wondered, like, because I'm just a guy on my own, like, were people looking at me going, who's this dodgy guy?
Yeah.
You reckon they were thinking that?
Yeah, they're sort of, if I would have seen you, I would have first reaction, where are the kids? Make sure they're accounted for.
Yep.
Secondly, just don't make it too obvious, but just put your hand on your wallet.
Yep.
Make sure that, he doesn't get his fucking freckly little red hands in the back pocket. And
Because I'm
before you
just
know it,
sort of
he's-
thinking, like, I think I look pretty young, but that's what I think. But then some people might be going, because when you always used to see that, you go, oh, who's that dodgy old guy?
Yeah.
Am I starting to look a bit dodgy old guy? Or
Yeah.
on a bushwalk, it just seems a bit. So I'd always go, oh, g'day guys, how you going? I'd try to put it out there first, and a few of the international people sort of just a bit startled.
Something about being alone puts people's guard up a bit. They're a bit like, why is he alone?
Yeah.
What's his story?
What's his story?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking though, but if maybe I had big chunky glasses and I was bald, then you probably couldn't go bushwalking at all by yourself then.
Big chunky glasses.
Well, you sort of look a bit like chunky glasses, and you're bald. You sort of look a bit dodgier than what I sort of look.
You saying I wear chunky glasses? I don't
I'm
wear
saying-
glasses.
I'm saying if you walk. No, I'm not saying you, but you know how you.
Sounds like you're having a dig.
Well, you see some people who've maybe
Yeah.
touched kids, and you go,
Yeah.
there's a lot of chunky
Unfortunately,
glasses happening.
although I'm sure there's no theory in it or whatever, no truth, the pedophiles have a look.
They do.
or sorry, it's more like
Not all of them, but
a type.
majority.
A type of look
Yeah.
is unfortunately tied or related to what you would expect
Yeah.
a pedophile to look. And if you
That's
don't,
right.
that's why. So I've got the board. I'm certainly not going to get chunky glasses
That's why
anytime
you're
soon.
fighting the good fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but then I thought, imagine if you were if you looked a bit like Ivan Milat, like you couldn't go bushwalking at all, could you?
No.
There's certain people who, if they look a certain way, can't do certain things. I was riffing it on a bit with Catsy. Like, imagine if you did look a little bit like Ivan Milat. You're like, oh, well, that's fuck bushwalking for me.
Oh, 100%. Bushwalking by yourself and like
And even driving up and down the highway,
just
you'd be
yeah,
fucked.
you're not wearing an Akubra. The amount of people getting picked up by people with Akubras has dropped off dramatically since the incident.
That's right. That's right.
Incidents.
Yeah. So I just, I think I looked at maybe I've got to look a little more hikey, so I don't get. I think everyone was cool with me, but there is a point where you just start feeling like, do I look a bit dodgy just walking on this track by myself, or maybe I'm just getting self-conscious. I don't know, Timmy.
Yeah, it's tough. Doing
It's
anything's tough by yourself, except obviously the obvious. It's
Depends where you do
because
it.
you don't know when there's
do it
more
on a-
people, you sort of agree. It's a group decision. You're like, you know what? Let's go home. It's getting dark. Let's go home. But when you're by yourself, you're like,
I don't have to go.
how do I feel? Do I want to go? Sometimes you just, before you know it, it's fucking midnight, and you're up at the lighthouse by yourself. You're like, I should go home. You know what I mean? When you're living by yourself, you lose track of what's right or wrong.
You do. You got no rules.
No
You're
rules.
making your own rules.
No, unfortunately, obviously rules do apply.
Yeah, they
Just
do.
because you're by yourself, you can't.
No.
Can't go doing all sorts of crazy shit.
You got to be careful.
Hey, you can't. Oh no, hang on, he's by himself.
He's by himself. Just let him go. Let him go.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it was good to do that. It was like an hour and a half walk. I really felt like I was out, and I wasn't on my phone. I was just being present. I was
no screen time.
No screen time. I took a couple of photos of myself by myself.
Yeah.
So that was good.
That's.
I didn't do that. Hey guys, can you take a photo of me in front of this rock? I didn't do that.
I reckon that's the saddest you feel is when you're by yourself taking a selfie.
Yeah. So.
I guess that's what selfies are.
That's what selfies are about. But
or they'd be called friendies.
Yeah, they'd be called friendies.
Friendies, mateys.
But so I did that, and I'm glad I did it because I got a bit of fresh air in, and then Saturday night I was good to go. I was ready for the gig, and I'd had a good day.
Oh,
just be careful if you're doing it by yourself and you look dodgy.
Yep. Or be careful of people doing it by themselves.
Yeah, but get out and enjoy. I think that battery's about to go on the camera.
Oh, we're about done anyway.
We're about done, I think. Yeah.
But I'm going to the docs tomorrow to get this fucking throat fixed up. It's been.
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Like it's not.
Yeah,
it's not 100%.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
Bit of a. Bit of. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
What gigs you got coming up, mate?
Mate.
Geelong Comedy Festival. It's bloody next week. If you're hearing this Thursday, next week. I don't know how ticket sales are going in the few days since we recorded this.
Probably not great.
Jump on board. Use the code Buddha, BUDDAH. I'm filming it.
That's his nickname.
I'm filming it on the 27th of October on the Friday. I think I've sold about 20 tickets to that as we speak. So that's not bad.
Not too
We
bad.
can get it to 50.
Oh, we want to get
That'd
it
be nice.
Definitely want to get it to 50.
We want to get it to 50. And
want to fill the room.
Fill the room. Fill the
Get a
room.
good buzz
and,
going on in there.
Start laughing. Have some fun.
That's all we ask. Just laugh. If you don't get it, just
keep
laugh
laughing.
and we'll work it out later.
Yep. And, but jump on the Instagram, get on the YouTube, and like I said, we've got something big coming up on the Patreon.
Oh, it's going to be bigger than Ben Hur.
Bigger than him. So, yeah. But anything else to add, Timmy?
No. Hopefully this croaky voice thing's gone next time we talk.
I've got a bit of pain in my chest.
It could be a heart attack.
That's no good. Yeah, it's on the other side. But I think I fucked it at work the other week. I think I fell over, I smashed me
Fell over at work.
like I was standing on joists or whatever, so the flooring wasn't down. I fucking slipped.
Who's Joyce? Is she from accounts?
Nah, Joyce is a 90-year-old bloody chick who thinks she's climbing Mount Otham.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
you're climbing Joyce.
climbing Joyce.
All right.
James Joyce.
Alan Joyce.
Alan Joyce.
Lucky
He's-
premiership coach.
I was thinking the CEO of Qantas,
Oh, what's his name?
Alan Joyce.
Is it?
Yeah, and he's gone.
He's
He's been given
gone.
a lemon and sauce, mate.
He can
Go
eat a
get
big
fucked.
bag of dicks, that cockhead.
Yeah, just
Oh.
munch on him.
Oh, and
Smudge him in his face.
they should get him. It might be a
All
bit
right, hurry
harsh.
up. He's going to bloody
I was going to
cut
say,
out.
let's still get one of the Qantas planes, get the propeller, and chuck him through the propeller.
Go neck yourself.
All right, that
mate.
might be a bit harsh.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh.
Yeah, he's just doing his job.
He's doing his job, and for the shareholders. for the shareholders. But
Right.
anyway,
Might as well. We should have bought shares. That's what we should have done. She's clearly looking after them.
yeah. So
All right.
anyway,
well,
thanks for listening. Tell your mates about it. Have a great week, and that's another episode of Good
Banter.
Good banter.
That's a good thing.